is a presentation of the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Any other use of this telecast or any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the Oklahoma Sports Network's consent is prohibited. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be used without express written consent.
All right, welcome into our Coaches Show. We're back to a Tuesday, and I was kind of jokingly talking with those in here about did we go back to summer? I think it was 93 degrees when I stepped out of the car this afternoon. So, yeah, we're back up to warm temperatures. We're almost near the end of October, and you think, well, football weather was here for like a couple of days. Last Thursday was gorgeous. I mean, really in the 70s, no wind. It was a beautiful football occasion for Thursday and Friday last week. And then we got our heat wave back again. So I don't know if we'll just go from summer all the way straight to winter when it comes time. But nonetheless, that's what we have for Week 8. Believe it or not, after the conclusion of this week's ball games, there's only 2 regular season games left, and then we'll talk playoffs. And playoffs very important for these teams as they pursue their season. There's 8 in a district, 7 if you have MacArthur's because of Guyman not participating. They went independent. But you have 8, and you'll take the top 4. And the top 4 will take the top 4 of the other side of like if District 1 and 2, and 1s play 4s, 2s play 3s. And so it's very important to get a win. It's very important to get your 15 district points if you can get it, because if it ever comes down to a tie, that's usually the tiebreakers. We're not quite ready to talk about the matchups yet because there's still some season to be played out, especially this week. We talked about last week being kind of a separation. This is going to start to do even more of kind of goes from a separation of the top 4 to the other 4, but then you also have a placement of 1 through 4. Who will that be? And so we're going to be talking about that as well. So we've got our 6 area teams that are invited to come each and every Tuesday at LeGrand Cantina. You come join us every Tuesday here at 6 o'clock. They've got their original family side menu, traditional recipes that they have had for generations, and then they have the modern day Mexican restaurant recipes that if you want to have any of those. So they kind of give you the best of both worlds. We are in a special area in the back that's reserved for special parties. So if you have a birthdays, you have Christmas coming up right around the corner, hails and farewells, maybe retirements, this is a perfect opportunity to get it. As soon as you sit down, they've already got chips and their famous homemade salsa too, by the way, that's made fresh each and every morning. Talked about some of the great menu items that you can find at LeGrand Cantina. So we got the MacArthur Highlanders going to be first on the slate. They're here and ready to go. We've also got Walters and Cash coming up as well, and we'll have the Lawton schools fill in as well, and we'll do that right after this time out as you're watching the Coaches Show live from LeGrand Cantina on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Delicious Mexican cuisine? Head to La Gran Cantina at the west entrance of Central Plaza. We're open late, serving up handcrafted drinks and authentic Mexican dishes. Enjoy daily happy hour from 6 p.m. until closing time. La Gran Cantina. We're the perfect spot for both lunch and dinner.
Arrow Sign Company has been serving Oklahoma and surrounding states for over 60 years. As a family-owned business, our focus has always been on driving people to your door, not just selling you a sign. From custom sign design and manufacturing to installation and service, Arrow Sign has the knowledge and experience to deliver the ideal sign for you while using materials of the highest quality to ensure that your sign will look great for years and years to come. We design and manufacture our signs for longevity, so you get the greatest return on investment possible. Arrow Sign Company, helping your business thrive since 1955.
Well, welcome back to La Grande Cantina, site of our coaches show each and every Tuesday here at 6 o'clock. You can join us for dinner, and join us for the fun of talking high school sports, high school football in week number 8. I say it too much, Coach, but week 8, I mean, there's a little bit of depression on my side because I put so much emphasis into these football seasons as you guys do. And, you have fun along the way, and you look up and you say, boy, I said, there's not too much of the regular season left.
Yeah, it goes by fast. We put a lot of work in through the winter and spring and summer, and then you get to the point or to the part that you really enjoy, and man, it goes by.
Well, let's talk about last week a little bit because the Midwest City Bombers, it was a team that you had not been successful in, so you kind of had to get the monkey off your back. They came down from the 6A ranks, and we had not really beat them. And we talked a little bit last week that fall break was kind of your Achilles heel. You played Midwest City both times in fall break, and you go, oh, wow. I said, how prepared, how well will we ready? And you kind of talked about changing up some things. But one thing that we noticed just from the press box angle of a great start to a game, you're out 22-6 at the half, and then they make some adjustments. They take the opening kick, and then they get the 2-point conversion. We go uncharacteristic, kind of a 3-and-out. They get another touchdown with another 2-point conversion, and all of a sudden you look up and it's a tie ball game on the road. And so we just kind of said in between, well, we're going to see what this team's made of, because a lot of times you can see teams just fold up the tent and they just emotionally they just say, oh, man, we let up that big lead and, here it goes. It's all unraveling. And they start thinking that, and you guys didn't do that. You responded in a big way like you had to in a couple of times in that second half. But that was the great storyline. But what else did you come away from that Midwest City game?
Well, I was just glad that we went and played well. Like you said, we've had them now. This is the third year in a row we've had them on fall break, and for whatever reason, it's been one of our worst games of the year the last 2 seasons, and we talk about that and we try to address those kind of things and try to prevent that from happening again. And I was proud of the way we played, proud of our kids and how they responded to the adversity. Josh over here was one of the best ones. They tied or they got the 2-point conversion to tie it up, and Josh is one of the first people I see when I turn around, and he's got a big smile and saying, "It's all right. We just got to go score." And that's the kind of attitude you want.
Right.
I've been coaching a long time, and I've been on teams that I know that if you start getting down and start getting mad at each other, it's not going to go well. And when you have guys like these two here and a lot of our other players that keep a positive attitude and weather the storm when it's happening and have confidence that we're gonna respond the right way, that goes a long way.
Well, this week, and they have their own coach's show coming up here at 6:30. The Newcastle Racers, new to 5A. They were a 4A school, and you want to say them and Elgin just kind of traded places. Elgin went down to 4A. Newcastle got bumped up to 5A. Kind of know from an outsider they are a team that's in our network, so I get to watch a little bit of their scores and what they do. And Newcastle has been stuck in that 4A realm with Tuttle and Blanchard every year. And I know that the coach probably took a little bit of heat in the non-district schedule because he turned around when he didn't have to and scheduled Blanchard, he scheduled Tuttle, and then he also picked up Elgin as a non-district game because he had to get 4 as we did because of Guyman's playing independent. So that we know a little bit about it. The other interesting factor is that, okay, so they also played Midwest City and got their win. And so you guys just finished off with the win. You both have not seen Bishop McGinnis yet. That will be the deciding factor of those kind of 4 in the mix. But what else have you seen about Newcastle that we need to be aware of and watch out for Friday?
Yeah, they're a good team. They've got they're good on the fronts, on the offensive and defensive fronts. They've got a lot of big, long kids, those 6'3", 210-pound top guys, and they're aggressive. They've got a great running back. He was up for the
OSN Player of the Year.
Player of the Year last year, and their quarterback is a big, pretty quick and big, strong kid who runs the ball well, and it's going to be a challenge. They're a good team.
Well, I've talked to their broadcast crew since they're part of the Oklahoma Sports Network. I said, how does your fan base travel? They said very well. So kind of like maybe not so much of like an Elgin, but there's going to be a lot. And that will also bring what we always say, that playoff type atmosphere. It'll be loud and a lot of energy and stuff like that. And that's what you want for a Friday night game, especially at home at Cameron.
It is. And, we've talked, I've said it a couple times this week, from here on out, every week's the most important week. I mean, this is the most this is the most important game, and that's just the way it's going to be from at this point in the season. So, we're looking forward to it. We're excited, and if we can get this win, that puts us in control of our own destiny, and that's the way we like it. We don't like having to rely on other people to win by a certain amount or anything like that. We want to take care of ourselves. That's
really nice. A nice position to say you control your own destiny, and by week 10 you're not watching scoreboards or who's got points. When it comes down to that. So that's a great opportunity. Well, good luck on Friday, and we got a couple of players with us. Trey Kibble, I was going to give him a little bit of the. I kind of ribbed him a little bit because he carried out the hammer only once this year.
Yes, sir.
And I said, what's up with that? I mean, I want you to come out and carry that again. I mean, where's the workload? And all he said, Coach, is you got to spread it around. I said, no, you got to be selfish with a hammer,
No, it's hard. It's hard to be selfish when you got a team full of dogs.
Yeah, well,
you got to reward everybody when everybody eats.
How's this season been for you? How fun has it been?
It's been a blast. It's just really been a blast. It feels like we just one big family, and it just feels like it don't even feel like practice. It just feels like we're just out there having fun.
Well, that's what it's supposed to be. I know the hard work gets put in during the weekday, and then you can go have fun and play the game on Friday. How exciting was it on a fall break when you guys were kind of out of school, had to play a Thursday game, and especially Midwest City, which was kind of a dirty word around the locker room because those last couple of years. But how great was it coming off the field with a win like that?
It felt amazing because – ever since I've been here, we always played them on fall break, and we always came up short. But ended up winning that game. Felt like, just another chip on the shoulder that we needed to go into this Newcastle game, and just felt really good.
Great. I saw you got a plate of food. I won't keep you so long it gets cold. What did you order tonight?
I ordered a steak burrito.
Steak burrito, yeah, and they're pretty thick, too.
It's a big one, but I guarantee you they could put 4 down there and Trey would eat them all.
So is Coach saying, are you the biggest, as far as volume-wise, eater on the team?
Yes.
No. Don't say no.
Oh,
I guess it depends on what food it is. If you're talking about a steak, I can put it away.
Okay, well, now here's the other thing. Now, and back in the day, they would always say a pizza and you'd share with another guy. Yeah. Are you the type that doesn't share and you get your own pizza?
No, I'll follow the rules. I'll grab my partner and we'll go on.
Okay, all right. So how are you known to be both Coach and both Josh says that you can, I guess, pack away the groceries, I guess, huh?
Well, during our senior retreat.
That's where it came
Coach,
from.
They made us steaks, and Coach Pooh and Coach Manning said I ate half a cow. They were keeping count.
You thought you were sliding one over there and didn't know it, huh? Okay.
I guess I think the total came out to I had maybe 8 steaks.
You're kidding me.
8 steaks and 2 chicken breasts.
See, most people don't believe stuff like that, but it's true.
It's true.
Yeah.
Wow. Where do you put it?
All in here.
All right there, huh? Well, at least you're burning it off. I will recommend, because Coach will, he and I have gone this weight thing. Your metabolism slows down when you get older, and eating like that will eventually catch up with you. Now, you can burn it off now, so it's all, life is grand, What do you see yourself doing after high school?
I plan on playing college football. I'm still undecided on where I'm going, but.
What about a major? What do you see occupational-wise? What do you see yourself doing in the future as far as career-wise?
I'm going to get my chemical and environmental engineering degree.
Okay.
And then I plan on going into the work field after that. I don't know which work field yet, but that'll be after school first.
All right, Trey Kibble, part of the MacArthur Highlanders defense. And we'll slip on the other side of the ball and go to Josh Rushing. Number 2, always see skating out there. And, boy, I'll tell you what, there's that one play we had our OSN play of the week, and, it's quarterback scrambling. And I know what happens when you see him get out of the pocket, because you've got a route to run. Okay, that collapses now, right? Because now it's a free-for-all, jailbreak. This is backyard football, basically. How do you and him connect up to know that, okay, that route's gone now because now he's flushed out of the pocket, he's running the sideline. Now what do you two do?
Like we said last time on the coach's show, we have great chemistry. We do it all the time in practice, like every day. Something like that will happen, we'll just adjust. I'll just start running and he'll throw it.
So he kind of knows that you're going to be somewhere and find out where you're going to be, huh?
Yeah.
Well, we do have some scramble rules. So.
There is some scramble rules. But.
Okay. How many times have you broken the scramble rule?
There's really no rules.
There is no rules. Okay.
Yeah, there's rules, but it's like it's really just get open.
Get open. Okay, all right. Well, that's a good rule to have as long as you're open and you can catch it. Talk a little bit about Coach says, it's 22-22, and he looks over to you, and you kind of got a smile on your face. Talk about that confidence that you had, that you weren't too worried even though they tied up the ball game.
Yeah, the defense kind of came off the field a little frustrated because, that PI penalty that they had. And, we didn't think that they deserved that as a team. We thought that was a bad call. But they came over there a little mad, and I was like, relax, we going to go score. Like,
we got your back, right? Yeah, you got ours, we got yours, yeah? That's pretty nice. What about Newcastle? What are they going to do this week that's going to help you and an opportunity on Friday?
I just feel like our athletes are better than their athletes. So, not really too much.
Now, put it up on Friday. Okay.
Yeah.
What did you order tonight?
Street tacos with steak.
Street tacos with steak. All right. Now, you can't keep up with him as far as the eating habits, though, right?
No. I'm nowhere close.
Don't even want to try, huh?
No.
Who's second? Who's the second best eater on the team? Not even close, huh?
Probably Adam. Adam eats a lot, too.
I was going to say Sean or J-Mac.
I don't know, bro. I done seen Adam take down 3 Sonic Smasher burgers before. I don't know.
He's expensive to be around, isn't he?
Nah, he be paying for my food.
Okay, all right. Well, that's good. So as long as he's paying for that, what do you see yourself? I know you're just a junior yet, but off in the future, how do you see her for career wise? What are you interested in right now?
Going to go play college football somewhere. Just getting my degree and then hopefully going to the league after that.
Okay, all right. Well, good aspirations there. Josh Rushing, also Trey Kibble and the MacArthur Highlanders. Newcastle Racers Friday, 6:30 for our pregame, 7 o'clock for the kickoff. We got Eisenhower, we got Cash, and Walters in the house, so we're not done. Don't you go anywhere. We'll continue with our coaches show right here at La Grande Cantina on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Craving delicious Mexican cuisine? Head to La Grande Cantina at the west entrance of Central Plaza. We're open late, serving up handcrafted drinks and authentic Mexican dishes. Enjoy daily happy hour from 6 p.m. until closing time. La Grande Cantina. We're the perfect spot for both lunch and dinner.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success. And finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed. Because your success is our success.
All right, La Grande Cantina inside what was Central Mall, and you can join us each and every Tuesday at 6 o'clock, whether you want street tacos, whether you want a stuffed burrito. You've got the modern menu, got the authentic menu that they've got from Family Recipes, chips and homemade salsa, and I'll tell you what, the best tortillas around. And they make those daily, and they do run out, by the way, so they only make an allotted amount. They don't save any, and they just kind of go right through it. So why don't you join us each and every Tuesday, or if you can't make it tonight, you can make it throughout the rest of the week. And you ask for the special banquet room that they have that's where located each and every week that we're here Tuesday, but you can have birthday celebrations, anniversaries, hail and farewells. You can come join us at La Grande Cantina. So the Walters Blue Devils with Coach K, filling in for Coach Griffin. You've been with our shows a couple of times before.
Yes, sir.
So
good to be back.
And it is good to have you guys off and rolling. Only one loss on the season as a reflection, how the season has gone. the staff's got to be well pleased of kind of how you're putting it together. You didn't peak early. You're kind of really finding your form when it needs to happen.
Yeah, Coach Griffin was always big on that you don't want to be playing your best football weeks 2, 3, and 4. You want to be playing your best football week 13 and 14, really.
Right.
In a perfect world, and that's where we like to be.
Well, you and I were talking before we started that these next 3 weeks are going to be pivotal for, and when we talked about this in the very beginning of the broadcast, you want to be in that top 4, and then you want that pecking order. Yeah, you like to be first in your district. If not that, you get second. At least you'll host the first home game, and if 3 or 4, you're on the road. So, that pecking order is important. So you got Stratford, you got a kind of a rival that you've kind of reignited because they've not been in the district, Frederick, and then you finished out with Wynnewood, who's really trying to make a statement too. You got the Minco game off, so we're going to start with that because that was a pivotal game to really kind of see where both programs were. Minco coming off great playoff run last year,
sir.
So they had confidence coming into that game. So what did you guys take away from that Minco game?
Minco is an exceptional program when you look at small school football, and they're a really physical, really athletic team, and they honestly, come out and I don't want to say surprised us, but they had us on the ropes for a little bit, and it showed a lot of grit from our kids to be able to grind it out, and finally there in the fourth quarter, let our guys do what they do and bust off big explosive plays and really put the game away. And they're a really good program.
Well, that's important too. Okay, now what about this week? We talked about that. These next 3 are going to be pivotal, and you take one at a time before you start getting down the road. But this is another big test. So what do you see for this matchup?
Stratford's a very physical team. Very physical with their front 7, and they're going to come get after you. So we got to do a good job establishing the line of scrimmage and taking it to them before they bring it to us.
Is that what you say your keys to the game is?
It's kind of basic to say that's the key to every game, but you've got to establish line of scrimmage and let our power runners do. We like to run the football.
All right. The pace of the season, I know it goes by so fast, but, you get to this point is you don't really schedule them out of when you want to play these, but other teams have played top-heavy. They played all their big games first. Some others had the lighter schedule and then their bigger games on the end. How is this fit for you guys as far as that pecking order for you guys?
I don't really know if they planned it, but, we talked a lot at the beginning of the year, who do we think is going to be the tough game, and everyone always talked about Minco because of the tradition they have. And I actually said, I think Christian Heritage is going to be really tough, and it turned out to be it.
Yeah.
But, in past years with Farron, we always scheduled really back heavy. With the Washingtons, we used to be in the 2A with Washington and Lindsay.
They would win
and,
state
we
titles.
would win up, go 8-0, and then lose 2. And it seemed like it would hurt your momentum going into playoffs. So I think the way it kind of shaked out this year is going to help us where we can get all that momentum going into what we hope to be a home playoff game.
Coach K, and what positions do you guys will you handle?
O-line and D-line.
O-line and D-line. So that's why you say
yes, sir.
You had to win up there on the line. I got you. All right. We got a player with us, so give us your name, what grade you're in, and what position you play.
Ian Good. I'm a senior, and I play receiver and linebacker.
Okay. Also, they were talking about, Palmer's got a lot of stats in there, but I was told offline over here from your fan base that you've got quite a resume of some stuff that you've been doing defensively. Talk a little bit about that.
Honestly, it's just the type of football we play smash mouth football, and since third grade, that's the kind of game I've loved to play. A physical game, and if it wasn't for our D line that causes so much destruction, I wouldn't be able to get back there and make a lot of tackles. So it's just a great defensive team, and I'm just glad to be part of it.
What has the senior year been for you?
Man, it's been amazing. Talking about third grade, we all grew up together since third grade playing Pee Wee football, and we've always talked about our senior days, and now we're here, and it's just one for the ride. It's been super special. It's been a huge memory, and then with getting Coach Griffin back and stuff, it's truly been a big blessing to be a part of the senior team.
Are you taking it in? Because I always say, you got to take it in every moment because your senior year is just going to be gone before you know it. But are you taking some of those times to kind of really, relish some of what you're seeing and experiencing?
Yeah, I would definitely say I am. These last 3 years, I kind of feel like time was like going slow.
Yeah.
But now it's definitely went a lot faster than I was, expecting.
Yeah, I know. It's
we're already past halfway of football, even if we do make it to state.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been crazy. But to say if I've been taking it in, I feel like I've been trying to cherish them.
Well, yeah, you need to, because we're talking about the end of this weekend, which would be 8. You only got 2 more regular season games left, and you guys have poised yourself that if you take care of business, that you'll see an extra week of at least one guarantee of called a playoff matchup. So that'll be good for you. What is your favorite food?
I can never go wrong with spaghetti,
Really?
but then also steak.
What's the best place to get spaghetti? Where do you go to
my
get
house.
spaghetti? All right,
My mom
yeah.
makes some killer spaghetti.
Does she really? A homemade recipe there?
I think so.
All right. Okay, that's good. You got some good brownie points tonight. Can you polish away 8 steaks like Mr. Kibble there from MacArthur?
I could put up maybe down 4, but eight's a lot.
Well,
Eight's way more than I could ever think about.
If it wasn't for Coach to validate it, I would say it was just a fib. There was just no way I'd believe it. But what do you like to do when you're not playing football? And what's your hobbies?
I'm a big time hunter. I love basically anything outdoors.
Okay.
But then
I saw with your hat. I figured. So you ducks?
I like duck hunting, and then honestly, if you go hunting, I like to hunt.
Okay.
So just
is there any
everything,
specific season you were like? Deer is on the top of the list.
So deer season's probably number 2 or number 3.
Okay.
But then duck hunting is definitely my favorite.
Ducks won.
But
okay.
then also fur bearing season, so your coyotes and your bobcats.
Yeah.
Yes,
Do you have a certain pond that you go to that you have access to go duck hunting?
we got a lot of ponds.
Do you? You've been scouting them out?
No, I haven't seen any ducks down.
Really? I know
we ain't got no water.
Well,
yeah, we ain't got no water.
It's been hot too.
As soon as I do see some ducks, I'll be
ready, huh?
Sure.
Well, you can't get too distracted because you got football.
I got football right now.
And Coach Griffin's the same way. He's a deer hunter, and so he's got one eye, and we understand. But it's all kind of fun. And then, what do you see yourself doing after high school? After graduation.
So my parents own a slaughterhouse down in Sterling. Shameless plug.
No, that's good.
Honestly,
they also advertise with you. Go ahead and tell them what it is.
5th Avenue Processing.
Right.
Up in Sterling. But I plan on just going to work there, learning how to run the business. I know they plan on buying more businesses, so
very good.
Hopefully overseeing all the businesses, and then hopefully being able to
Are you a good meat guy? Can you cut it up and slice it up,
package
it?
I can cut those 8 steaks up.
You could, huh?
Yes,
We'll hook you guys up after.
We'll supply the next steak night.
Yeah, all right. That's good.
I get to work with old Coach K, so
yeah.
So that's fun at times.
Well, that's a good plan. Well,
yeah.
You guys have had such a great success this year, and only one loss. And I don't want to jinx it, but got a good run. And Stratford's up next, and then I can't wait for the Frederick game, and then closing it out, and we'll be here before you know it. But good luck the rest of the way, and good luck for the rest of your senior season.
Thank you very much.
All right. So the Walters Blue Devils, they're going to be playing Stratford on Friday. You can catch that at about 6:45 for our pregame, 7 o'clock for the kickoff. We've got Lawton High, we got Eisenhower, we got Cash, all in the confines of La Grande Cantina. Can't wait to talk to those teams and see what's scheduled up for them, and we'll do that right after this timeout on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Delicious Mexican cuisine? Head to La Grande Cantina at the west entrance of Central Plaza. We're open late, serving up handcrafted drinks and authentic Mexican dishes. Enjoy daily happy hour from 6 p.m. until closing time. La Grande Cantina. We're the perfect spot for both lunch and dinner.
Goodbye, paperwork. Hello, convenience. Farewell, waiting. Hello, personal service. Catch you later, dreaming. Hello, planning. Buy your dream home, connect with a personal banker, and easily schedule an appointment with digital tools from Arvest Bank. Goodbye limits, hello possibilities.
All right, back here at the LeGrand Cantina inside the mall. You could join us each and every Tuesday for our Coaches Show. If you can't make it tonight, we'd like to see you anytime during the week. Chips and salsa immediately when you hit the table, and then you can choose from their old traditional handed-down recipes from the family of the traditional Mexican flavor, or maybe some of the modern dishes that you're used to. They've got the best of both worlds here at LeGrand Cantina right here when you first walk into the mall. And so in this back room where we're located each Tuesday, it's reserved for special parties and occasions. So whether it be birthdays, anniversaries, hail and farewells, or maybe even Christmas coming up right around the corner, you can reserve this for your area and your family. Tanner Thompson, the Cash Bulldogs, is up next, and we're going to review kind of like what we do with each coach, kind of give us your take. Coaches always analyze a little bit different of a game because they look for different things. So how did you grade out, and what did you see about your team this past week?
Offensively, we started doing some things that we really liked and started moving to kind of a scheme that we want to go to moving forward. And I think we started off strong, had a big run in the first quarter, and then got a stop and then went down and scored again. And then, after that, it was kind of some things that didn't go our way. We had all week we had a kind of middle onside that we wanted to try, that we saw some things up on the front line that they were doing on kickoff return, and didn't place the ball exactly where we wanted to and the way we worked it all week, and the ball just kind of bounced a little bit more outside than we wanted to and didn't get on that. And then some second half things that we just I feel like on me more so just mismanaged. The onside, after the onside they went and scored, and so that kind of took some energy out. And then offensively, we at the end of the half they still had 3 timeouts, so and we were kind of backed up in our area of the field, and we wanted to run the ball. That way they couldn't call their timeouts and get the ball back with field position. Probably should have just kneeled it if I knew they weren't going to call their timeouts, and but we end up fumbling. They go score again. So that was some big things. And on the defensive side of the ball, we didn't contain the quarterback very well, and that hurt us in the back end. And then back end, we had one critical error that led to a score, and then just kind of things that we been doing all year. We kind of stalled out a little bit offensively, and we didn't go score again until late in the fourth quarter. So the biggest thing is we're getting to where we need to get to. We got some young guys playing that slowly learning, and we're slowly putting everything together. It's just not happening as fast as we want it to. We're not completing the game, and I think we're getting some valuable reps with our young guys, and we just got to complete a game and put it all together. And when we do, I know we'll be as good as we know we can be all year.
Well, I know you're shouldered some responsibilities. You're as a first-year head coach. You've been on the staff before, defensive coordinator, so you got a lot of coaching experience. But shouldering that responsibility, say, well, that's on me, and I can. What have you learned in that position? Because this is kind of fly by. Okay, it's presented to you. Here it is. And going forward, you can always. These are sometimes you learn these lessons, but what have you learned from coaching that you can help you when you can take those positions? Okay, I've seen this before. Now I do need to take a knee. Those kind of things.
Right. It's like you want to be aggressive because that the kids, I feel like they want to be aggressive. We all want to be aggressive when we need to, but at the same time, it's understanding the situation of the game and understanding that, hey, if we have a 13-point lead and we kind of maintain the clock here and don't let them have them back and don't give them good field position, then we can kind of maintain that. And at the end of the half, we had a 7-point lead, and if we maintain that and just kind of run the clock out, and we get the ball back at the second half and kind of still have the momentum. So those are some things that I just got to be smarter with and just understand that be aggressive when we want to and when we get when we see what we want, and then at the same time understanding, hey, there's times that we just need to be smart and keep everything in our advantage going forward, especially after half when we get the ball.
Okay, so you're on the road, Clinton Red Tornadoes, state champions. They have many banners. They've got a lot of confidence there. They're kind of having a challenged year. They had some to graduation and what they have to look to, like all high school programs. But And it's a tough place to play. I mean, I know MacArthur, who I follow, played them in non-district games for a while, and you had to go there and come here. And a lot of tradition. They packed the place out. So how are you prepared, and what do you need to do to show up for Friday's game on Clinton?
Right. Clinton's, his historic team, especially in Class 4A. We've seen them a lot over the past 7 years that I've been at Cash, and even that 1 year I was at Weatherford. I mean, they're just a tough team to play, and going into the old Tornado Bowl, it makes it even tougher. The biggest thing is they play old school style football. They're very physical. They run a 50 front on 50 style defense, and they're going to be attacking in the back end. And they have some really fast physical linebackers and safeties. So and then up front, they're going to be very physical and try to help maintain their gaps and make it tough for you to run the football. But we've seen some things on the offensive side of the ball that I think that we can take to our advantage and hopefully try to get the edge and do some different things with play action and kind of keeping them guessing, the main thing. And on the defensive side of the ball, they're going to run the toss, they're going to run the Billy G, they're going to run mainstay Clinton stuff, and they're going to play action every now and then. And the biggest thing is if we can kind of control the run and manage to keep them from getting big plays in both the run and pass, and make them, if they do go score, they got to earn it. Make them snap the ball over and over and over again and do that. I think we'll be able to have some success there.
Okay, very good. You got some players. We got some Bulldogs in the house, so we'll start with you. Grab the mic and tell us your name, position, and what grade you're in.
My name is Richard Bennett. I'm a sophomore, and I play corner and wide receiver.
Okay, so you play both sides of the ball. Do you have one that you like more than the other?
I play mostly defense, so I like corner better. I think it's more fun.
Challenge. I mean, you got a receiver that's going to come up, and you're going to have to stay with him and stay on him, I guess, so to speak. How would you want to get better at corner? To be, since you're a sophomore, you got a couple of years to improve.
I'm a junior.
A junior,
Sorry.
okay. Well, Coach says you got a young team. You still got another year yet. Yeah. So how would you like to improve going forward?
Going against the best receivers we have, it really gives live looks and helps me practice and get better against other people.
What's it like taking a road trip down to Clinton? You hear all of what Clinton is, but you got a job to do. What are you guys going to do to show up there and show them who Cash Bulldogs are?
As a secondary, we're going to be disciplined with our eyes, make sure nothing gets behind us.
Yeah,
our safeties are going to be physical this week, but they're going to also be disciplined and watch pass too. So I'm pretty confident this week that we're finally learning and we improved.
I want to try to assault you big time by going big plays. Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right. They kind of lull you to sleep, and then they go over the top. Yeah, I understand that. What is your favorite food?
I like chicken strips.
Where's the best place to get them?
Home.
All right. Home chicken strips. Okay. What do you like to do when you're not playing football? Some of your hobbies?
Nothing really. I like just enjoying my time by myself.
Okay.
I really like going out.
What's your favorite music type?
It's like all over the place. It depends on what the mood is.
It's amazing that, kids these days, before it's like, oh, yeah, I got a certain genre. But, now it's just anything and everything. So it doesn't have anything. They don't care. They don't mind. All right. Okay. And, what are you looking forward to these next couple of games? You got something to look forward to. You'll have a senior night coming up, too. I know that doesn't affect you, but, you still got some football to play. So what are we looking to do these next 3 games?
Number one is to win them and to prove that we're not as bad as people think we are. And I want to play with my brother for the last 3 games, and that's basically about all it. But I just really want to get some more reps and practice.
And why is that? Why is that playing for your brother? What is it? What's up with that?
It's because it's his last year. It's my actual first year actually playing.
Okay.
And since it's his last year, I want to make plays with him, and it's a brother thing.
Good.
It's my last year.
You got that family, thing, connection going with the Cash Bulldogs anyway. All right, and you got a guy right next to you. Give us your name, what grade you are, and what position you play.
My name's DeAndre Frazier. I play receiver and outside linebacker, and I'm a junior.
Okay, so I'll ask you the same as I asked him. You have a favorite over offense or versus defense?
Offense.
You like offense. All right. You like getting the ball, I guess, huh?
Sometimes.
All right. Do you campaign for it even though you know the play call's there? Do you kind of go into a quarterback and say, hey, I got you, you just kind of look my way?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I know. It's habit. It's a nature of a wide receiver. You wouldn't be a wide receiver if you said, no, I just go with the play that's called, because, you kind of know your matchup. You kind of know if you can beat your guy or not. What have you seen on Clinton on film that you guys need to execute on Friday?
They play really physical, so we're going to have to get our blocks.
Okay. It always comes down to basics, what Coach tells you all the time, blocking and tackling, right? No one likes to talk about it. No one likes to rep it, but it always comes down to that, blocking and tackling, What's your favorite food?
Alfredo.
Alfredo. Where do you get it?
My mom.
All right. She makes the best, right?
Yes.
All right. We're batting 1,000 right now. The best place is always mom's, and you're going to get that, and that's a good answer. What do you do when you're not playing football? Some of your hobbies?
I play basketball.
Do you really? Are you on the team too?
Yes.
Okay. And what position you play at basketball?
All.
You're kind of a utility player, huh? All right. That season's kind of knocking on the door, getting ready to get their practice methods out. They'll wait for you when you get football done. But, boy, they keep you going, huh?
Yes, sir.
So I think you're in basketball shape with football, with all the conditioning that you've already been doing, right?
Yes, sir.
What does it mean for you to be a Bulldog?
It means a lot, going out there to represent my community.
Yeah. Well, of course, you got an opportunity to do that against Clinton Red Tornadoes, and 6:30 for the pregame, 7 o'clock for the kickoff, and you can join that right here on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Well, thank you, gentlemen, and good luck to you with the Clinton Red Tornadoes, the Cash Bulldogs. And we have got Eisenhower, we've got Lawton High. They're coming up next here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Craving delicious Mexican cuisine? Head to La Gran Cantina at the west entrance of Central Plaza. We're open late, serving up handcrafted drinks and authentic Mexican dishes. Enjoy daily happy hour from 6 p.m. until closing time. La Gran Cantina. We're the perfect spot for both lunch and dinner.
Memorial Medical Group's orthopedic specialists are the most experienced team in Southwest Oklahoma. Our orthopedic surgeons are trained to diagnose and treat shoulder, knee, hip, hand, and foot conditions, as well as orthopedic trauma, sports, or work-related injuries. And they're the only ones in the area to offer Mako robotic-assisted surgery for knee and hip replacement. When you need bone and joint help, trust MMG Orthopedics to get you back to living your...
All right, back here at La Gran Cantina, boy, we are talking week 8 of high school football across the great state of Oklahoma and in the Oklahoma Sports Network. 13 schools in all. You can download the app. That's the easiest way to connect to us. I know there's some individuals that still use their phone and then they Google search to find our website and then go to a channel. I think the best way is just go to Apple or Android devices, download the app, and then the app will have all of the live broadcasts on the top shelf so you can go bounce from game to game with ease, and that's probably the easiest way to do it. Then we're also on Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV in your home, and you can watch that on archive as well. Games are posted up usually 45 minutes after the conclusion of the game, and on YouTube, we're there forever. So you can go to YouTube and catch all of our broadcasts there as well. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, and then follow us on all the social media, whether it be on Facebook, whether it be on X, or whether on Instagram. You can catch us on the Oklahoma Sports Network. So the Eisenhower Eagles are up next, and we're going to break down last week before we get into this week, and this is going to be a special week, and we're going to talk about that with senior night because your last two are going to be on the road. But what did you learn? You're always learning from week to week. What did you learn from this past week that took away that you can add to the rest of the season?
Man, just a lot of fight, man. The resiliency of this team, man, is crazy. It's not, a season where it's a bunch of wins happening, but these guys keep showing up every day, open eyes, open ears, just, wanting to learn, wanting to figure out what the next step is going to take to get over that hump. And we're playing some really good teams, so for us we started seeing our young guys start stepping up, the guys who need to step into a position and play, we're next up mentality. And we tell our guys all the time, man, you're only as good as your backup. So seeing the guys that are hurt and missing some of the games right now, going in and coaching guys up, seeing young guys step up, and really taking the time to really learn our team and learn about each other and how we can gel. And I think it's perfect for us to really get rolling going into these next couple of weeks. We got a couple of games that'll help us help us kind of secure our playoff spot and roll forward. So we want to keep working, man, and really, like, again, the last part of the last game, I saw a lot of energy. I saw a lot of guys, continuing to fight again, just, not giving up, especially against Flex Bone, where, the thing just kind of rolls and rolls and rolls, and you're looking for a play to be made. And guys stepped up, went out there, did what they had to do, closed the gap towards the end of the game. We again just saw a bunch of young guys come out and fight and play, and again came back that next day ready to roll. So, man, I'm excited.
And we talked about that fight a little bit with we had one of the playbacks of when you can go back and watch our top plays of Week 7, and that was one of the things that Michael, your play-by-play announcer, said, is that Eisenhower was just not going to give up,
right.
And that fight was still there, even though may have not looked it on the scoreboard, but you wouldn't have known how they play. I mean, they didn't let off, and a lot of teams you can say pack up the tent emotionally and they just kind of quit on you, but you didn't have any quit there
yes,
at all.
Sir. Yes, sir. And that's like I said, that's what we look for in the staff, and kind of like I said, kind of bouncing back to the kids, man. It takes a lot to want to come back each day, every day, and again, like you said, a lot of guys will start to kind of quit and fall off or fall back, and watching these guys continue to show up. I mean, they come in our office, they ask questions. They want to know exactly what it is that's going to make them better. So, man, it's an exciting time right now for us as far as moving forward. I mean, we obviously want to win games. We obviously want to keep pushing and get those wins. We haven't played, any district game with a full team. So,
wow.
And that's something, it's not an excuse. It's
just
what it is. It's just a point of next man up, next guy up, and we're actually getting to the point where we'll have everybody here within the next couple of weeks. And like I said, we just need to hit at the right time, show the best Eisenhower football that we can play when we're all together. So I'm excited about what's happening as we move forward. Looking forward to this week in the senior week game.
Okay, so let's talk about Northwest Class and break that down a little bit.
I mean, one thing about them, and they make some plays, and that's one thing that we've talked about in our room is, I mean, you got to respect your opponent, you respect the game overall, and watching these guys, man, they make a play on every team they play. There's something here that, those guys keep showing. It's something I talked about it with our staff and our players this morning was, one thing you got to give these guys, they show up every week, same team every week. You don't see a bunch of guys just rolling out hurting or laying down, and they just keep fighting, and a lot of respect for them in that. And so, man, our guys, again, we're going to respect our opponent. I know a lot of teams like to, kind of use these type of weeks to work on 2 games or a game that's coming up, and we just we want to focus on this week and focus on this game, get our young guys all the way behind us, and knowing that, again, I'm asking them to say, hey, JV season's about to end. We're looking for depth, and guys, you should have used this JV season of development to learn our base plays and things like that. So for games like this where we go back into our base and our foundation, it's easy to go out there and create depth. So I'm excited about what's going to happen these next couple of weeks as well. But Northwest Class, man, a lot of guys out there running around making plays. We just got to go out there and, again, play our best game of Eisenhower football.
Okay, so it is senior night for you guys. This will be the last time you'll play at Cameron Stadium. You're a third-year coach, so you saw these guys as sophomores. So talk about how special this senior class is to you.
Man, when I took the job, I got here, and it was April, and these guys were freshmen. They were working out. I had them in the little 8th grade, 7th hour class that rolled into 8th hour class. And I just remember these guys showing up every day, bright-eyed, didn't know what I was bringing. A lot of them talk about the difference from year one to now. And I actually came down some, so that's a good thing. But, man, really excited to see these guys. We got some really good players in that class. You got the Charlie Trockey, who's been the quarterback for us and worked his way up and became a very good leader for this team. You got the Rashads and the Charlie. You got Davion Bailey, a couple of them guys, and we got a couple guys that, are program guys. And they've came out here and made a noise. We got Escobar, 2-year captain. Those guys are guys that, kind of built what we got now. And that work ethic that people see in these games and these guys showing that fight that these people say, that comes from this group. A lot of guys that, every day put in work, show up on time, do the right things, and continue to work every day. And they've learned how to lead. Whenever you haven't had a good example of what it is to win and what it is to continue to work and continue to grind, they've bought into that, taking leadership from me and the coaches, and continue, again, I'm excited for that group to see what they're going to be. They're going to be a good group of young men for the world. So I'm excited for them this weekend. I know they'll go handle business. A couple of them are the guys that we need to get back, so just trying to, fill in those blanks and make sure they still get a chance to enjoy their senior night and go out here and get a win. And again, just keep bouncing, man. We got the best part of our season is coming up. So, and we talked about it. We've kind of overly talked about it as a staff, but as a team as well. So we know where we're at. We're just going to continue to grind and continue to move forward.
Well, a little different for your situation is most when you have 8 in the district and you have, we're not in the 6A1, 6A2 where it's kind of divided. So talk a little bit about playoffs because, maybe people have maybe dismissed you guys, and talk a little bit about what happens with that.
Well, man, so with it being 18 districts and really only 2 districts now,
yes.
In 6A2, you actually take 6 teams instead of 4.
4, that's right.
And the first 2 teams, 1 and 2, get a bye week.
Okay.
And then 3 through 6 all play the first round of the playoffs. So, like I said, we're not out of it at all. We pretty much kind of set ourselves in a good position to go to the playoffs based on the rest of our schedule and where we're at with the win over Southmore. So we should fall, again, still around the 4th, 5th place area right now. And that'll keep us, again, just you never know. Our side of the state is a little bit different than the east side. There's still a lot of really big games to be played.
Right.
A lot of competition going on. So, and again, man, when we're good, we're really good. It's just that drastic fall off from depth and youth and things like that. But when we're good, we're really good, man. And I think that we get that respect from teams as well. So like I said, for us, it's about getting our whole team together, rolling into these last few weeks, seeing what we can do, rolling into the playoffs with all of our guns.
Yeah, that's the best time to get them.
Yes, sir. So
as opposed to lose them right before you start.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So man, we got some good stuff going. A lot of great energy is flowing around right now, and our guys understand. We tell them the same exact thing. Like, man, we still got a shot. You can still go out here and make some things happen. We've played really good ball against some really good teams. Let's go out here and put it all together.
Yeah.
And just stick to our morals, man. Discipline, work ethic, and integrity. And I think that'll push us through a hoop, and we'll make a nice run and do some things. We got some dangerous players that when they're 100% or even 80%, they can make some things happen. So
that's good. That's good to hear. And then for the Eisenhower faithful to know that playoffs still off in the horizon. Got some players with us, so grab the mic. Give us your name, grade, and what position you play.
Brandon Goldsmith. I'm a receiver, DB, and QB.
So you're kind of a utility guy. You're just wherever coach needs you, huh?
Yes, sir.
All right. What's the season been like?
It's been up and down so far.
Yeah. How do you handle it when it's down? Up it's really it's not, everybody's up. What's wonderful. It's when it's down and things are going, against you like that. How do you stay poised and how do you stay on track?
Just try to stay positive, keep my teammates up.
Okay. This is a senior night, a very special night for a lot of these guys. You have a chance to prove yourself. Coach talked about playoffs that are still off in the horizon. What does that make you feel like? Even though you've had the season that you've had, it's still not over, and you guys can make a big difference and a splash when it counts right at the end of the season going into playoffs.
I feel like this game is going to be the most important game out of all of them.
Yeah.
All the seniors will get to play.
Yeah.
It's going to be a good feeling.
Great opportunity. That's right. What's your favorite food?
I like steak and seafood.
All right. Well, how do you like your steak cooked?
Medium well.
Medium well. All right. My wife's like that. She likes more on the well side than medium, but that's okay. What do you like to do when you're not playing football, some of your hobbies?
Just play outside with my brothers, throw the football around.
Yeah, that's all around. Okay. What is your favorite subject in school?
Math or reading or
man, we got a lot of math. I've got more math answers than I've ever had. That's really it's good for you. Not good for me. That was not a subject that I took to very kindly. Okay, and what's your favorite music genre?
Rap.
Okay.
And country. A little bit.
Oh, a little bit of country. Going on the opposite side. That's kind of interesting from where rap is. So, the contrast between the two. But, we were talking about that earlier, that, the youth of today, they don't really have it just whatever. If it's a good song, they'll go to it, So, what does it mean for you to be an Eagle?
Dedication.
Dedication. All right. Got a player next to you. Give us your name, what grade you are, and what position.
My name's Kobe DeVoe. I'm in class of 2025, and I play wide receiver and corner.
All right. So, what's this season been like for you?
I mean, it's been good. It hasn't gone the way I wanted it to go, but other than that, it's been good.
Well, and how would you like to still improve these last several games, like Coach is talking about, before you get into the playoffs?
Coming out with a dub with every game.
Well, that's the first thing and foremost. And then, has this season been fast? Yeah, so most of the answer is. I mean, we're talking week 8. I mean, after tonight, after these nights are over on Friday, you only have 2 regular season games left. But to know that you have an extra season, does it kind of make it worth it all the while to make sure that you get this win and you guys are on Thursday, right? Yeah, so you're going to be the only game in town again, Coach.
Yep.
Had it last week with fall break. You were like one of the few that played Friday, and now you're going to be the only one on Thursday.
Yes,
Yeah, you get a little Thursday night spotlight there. Okay. All right, what does it mean for you to be an Eagle?
It means everything to me.
Okay. All right, and what's your favorite food?
My favorite food is lamb chops.
Lamb chops. Wow. That's high end there, man. That's the most expensive thing on the Outback menu. Outside of that bone-in ribeye. Okay, so and then what are some of your hobbies? What do you like to do when you're not playing football?
I like to just be outside. I'm usually doing a lot of stuff outside.
Just outside, all right. Like be outdoors, all right. And nothing wrong with that. Eisenhower Eagles, Northwest Clash on Thursday night, senior night, Cameron Stadium, 6:30 for the pregame, 7 o'clock for the kickoff. Good luck, Coach.
Yes, sir.
Okay, we will be with the Lawton High Wolverines. They're in next. Tied for first in the district over at 5A. They got a big one with Carl Albert coming up. We'll talk about that coming up next year on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Craving delicious Mexican cuisine? Head to La Gran Cantina at the west entrance of Central Plaza. We're open late, serving up handcrafted drinks and authentic Mexican dishes. Enjoy daily happy hour from 6 p.m. until closing time. La Gran Cantina. We're the perfect spot for both lunch and dinner.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success. And finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed. Because your success is our success.
All right, we're back here at La Gran Cantina here inside the mall. Full house tonight, and we appreciate all the coaches and players that have kind of joined us each and every Tuesday. Elgin had another commitment they had to take care of, and so they will not be with us tonight. And so Lawton High will be our closeout school. They will be back again next week, and good luck to them on their schedule. Of course, rolling along for the Elgin Owls. So the Lawton High Wolverines with Coach Zoe and Lorenzo. We'll talk a little bit about, he jokingly said that, if you don't win, then he's not going to come back, because if you're superstitious, he's got a good little run going on.
I'm not superstitious, just a little stitious.
Just a little stitious. All right.
Yeah.
Do you wear the same clothes or the same hat on game day?
Everything. Do the same.
Everything?
I actually been doing the same thing before games and game day since I was like 14. So
really?
It's been a long.
Do you want to share what that is?
I mean, I got to get a little Skittles. You know what I mean? I got to.
Uh-huh.
So
just plain Skittles, because they got the fruit and berry ones.
Wild berry Skittles. Got to get
wild
the
berry.
Like I go to the movies every night before every game I play since I was 14. So I'm usually in the late night movie.
Really?
It's a little weird here in Lawton because they don't keep the movies open too late.
No, I know.
They're about 10, so I got to get out of these meetings pretty quick to get to a movie.
Okay.
Before a game, but
is it any movie?
Any movie, whatever's playing. This week is going to be a special one because Venom's playing, so that's going to be good. Yeah.
So you're going to
big Marvel DC
forward
fan,
to that.
obviously. Yeah, but yeah, go to the movies right before the game. I always take a cold shower. You just kind of get myself. I read this when I was like 12. I think that if you take a cold shower before athletic events, it makes you hyper aware. So I'm like, I'm gonna do that. That sounds good. So I've been doing this since I was 12 years
Since
old.
14.
Yeah, for a while, man.
Have you ever broke the tradition and not do like you forgot the Skittles or forgot the cold shower or didn't go to the movies?
I usually throw a fit if that happens. But the one, the crazy thing is on the Thursday games is what gets you because there's no new movies coming out on Thursday night, so you get kind of. I got to go see something twice sometimes, you know what I mean? So that's okay. Just get a little different perspective of the movie.
Okay, all right. There's nothing wrong with that. Yeah. Well, it's interesting how you do that. Now, usually you find the I guess the traditionalists of superstitions is baseball. It's always same socks, same underwear, those kind of things. And don't want to change things up. But I never knew that about you. It's kind of that's where we get to know coaches during coaches shows. So now every opponent of yours is going to try to mess up your methodology now, right?
Yeah, it's out there. So if you want to, it's funny because I told somebody that when I was at my last school. I remember Coach Brickman in Newcastle. Was laughing at me about this, but it was laughing because he was like, I think he had saw me at the movies the night before a game before.
Okay.
So then for like a whole year before he was at sophomore before.
Right.
So for like a whole year before he went to Newcastle, he would see me at the movies every Thursday night, and we'd laugh about it all the time. So, it was kind of a funny deal, but it's what I do, man. My mom would kind of introduce me to the movies. It's really how I stayed out of trouble when I was a kid. That was kind of like my big thing is just I'm gonna find something else to do besides being and running around the streets type thing. So I just started going to the movies, and I love it. It's a good way to get away from life for a little while.
Well, when I first moved here, I was 19 years old, and I was away from home, way away from home, and that was my entertainment. I mean, what else is a single guy going to do? I lived at the movie theater. I don't care what it was. I just, for 2 hours, I was off into wherever they were going to take me.
So the funny thing about this is when I met my wife in college, you know what I mean? So I'm doing this for a while now, and I'm like, I'm going to the movies. And she's like, who you going with? I'm not going by myself. No, you're not. So her and her friends just try to catch me, like, in the movies, you know what I mean? Thinking I was going to meet somebody.
Okay. I thought you that was your code. You was going to the movies, right?
She didn't really understand, and then she literally walked into a movie. I was in there watching Grindhouse by myself, like. Are you really in here by yourself? Then she came in watching Talladega Nights by myself in the movie.
Talladega Nights, yeah, that's
4
funny.
o'clock, you know what I mean? It's kind of funny.
Yeah.
We couldn't go to night movies then because I had to get up and get traveling and all that kind of stuff before the college games. But it's been going on for a while. So
well, if it works, why change it, right? And you kind of look forward to it because it's night before. Here's the stats. Okay, so a little quick review. Illini Wolverines go 0-3. You go through that non-district, and you kind of introduced yourself to this to say, listen, what you see in 0 week and 1 week is not what you're going to see in week 8. And now we're up to that point, and now we look back. Now you're 4-3. You've won 4 in a row. You're tied for the district. Now it's the clash of these last 3 games because the other teams have stayed away from, just like you guys have, each other until now because you got Carl Albert, who's on the top side, and, of course, a favorite to talk about, and they're also in the network. And then you got Guthrie as well. And so the only one that you don't have in that district that was so familiar talking about is Bishop McGuinness. Right. And they, meaning the coaches, decided, okay, if you have got 2 Lawton schools and you want to divide them up, what's the trade-off going to be? So the Bishop McGuinness organization came over to 5A1, and where you guys are at 5A2, but sitting in a really good position now, tied for first right now with the other 2 schools, undefeated. Let's talk about that before we talk about matchups, about getting what your program you wanted to do after the adversity of the 0-3 and then 4 in a row.
It's the process, man. It's one of those things that I think people don't see that. And like I said before, I think people thought I was going to come here and it's going to be like this magic sauce and we're just going to stir it up and then you feed it to all the kids and they're going to go out there and play great football and win.
Right.
But they don't understand it's a slow drip. You know what I mean? I've been around football for a long time. I turned a lot of programs around. It's never fast. It's never something that happens immediate. It's always something that goes as fast as the kids will buy in. You know what I mean? If they buy in quick, it'll happen quicker, but you can't skip steps. When you try to skip the steps, bad things happen. So you got to go through the process. You got to make the program. It don't change. The people inside the program change. I learned that a long time ago. Somebody way smarter than me told me that, so I'm telling you. And as those things go on, they learn. The kids learn how to win. They learn how to prepare. They understand the importance of certain things like watching film and breaking down film. Then they start asking great questions. And that's during the bye week is kind of when we start trying to see, it started off being like, we kind of upset that we lost to Ike. Okay, then we lost to Enid. I mean, I don't know if we cared about that or not. Then we lost to Mac, and now we're really upset, you know what I mean? And then, people start jumping out the boat, and parents start jumping out the boat, and everybody's upset. And I'm like, guys, listen, calm down. Like, first of all, those are two really good teams. Like,
right.
We got a lot of work to do to get to where they are, you know what I mean? But I'm telling you, like, we're not going to be the same team you see 1, 2, and 3, you see 8, 9, and 10. So, I think I was a little bit of a prophet there. So,
you are.
But I knew we had some talented kids. They just need to learn how to win. And it's kind of one of those situations when you haven't been in that situation in a long time, you got to really start breaking down, like, why are we losing games? And then can we attack those things individually and make those better? So that's kind of the process. The kids done a good job.
Your opponent this week knows how to win. They've 100%. Done it for a long time. And Carl Albert and the Titans, and, they're still looking to conduct their business at home. So what have you seen on them that kind of looks forward to you as far as this matchup on Friday?
Well, I'm from Midwest City, so this is, it's a little personal.
A little close to home, yeah.
I mean, crazy stat about Carl Albert, I think, when Gary Rose got there, I don't think a kid who's played football at Carl Albert has left from like 1980, whatever he got there to now, without at least one state championship ring.
Wow.
So that's a story program. You know what I mean? They've done it at a high level. They've done it for a long time at a high level. It seems like they move. A coach leaves and retires, and they bring another one in who's just as good, and he leaves and retires. They bring another one in who's just as good. So, I mean,
Mike Dunn went around. I mean, he was a Carl Albert grad. Then he went over to kind of Dell City, and then opportunity of retirement.
He was always going back to Carl Albert. Yeah, so I'll tell you that right now. I've been knowing Mike for a long time. His dad was actually my middle school principal. So me and Mike been friends since we was 13 years old. Type thing, you know what I mean? So he's a good dude. He hasn't grown very much since he was 13. I'm just playing Mike.
He's lost a lot of weight, though.
Man, listen,
he's lost a person.
Yeah. I mean, because
that's 100 pounds.
His brother Steve got a little sick. And then I think that kind of prompted him a little bit to help him out. I love Steve. Steve's a great dude. I'm glad he's doing good. And Mike's doing good, and his family's. I mean, I know his wife. And he went to school with her. We all, everybody knows each other. We've been friends for a long time. But as far as the team goes, man, they're really good. I mean, the guys got a great team. I mean, when you look at them, you expect them when they graduate, a lot of kids to not be as good the next year. But then that's not the case, man. These dudes. They're really good, man. Like, so we're going to try to put about 13 dudes on the field. We might get flagged, might not. We're going to try to put 12
Two
out
extra,
there.
whatever you can
do.
Whatever
it takes, you know what I mean?
I got you.
They got some great guys in the back end. All those guys kind of play both ways and give them a little bit on offense and defense. I mean, linebackers are really good. They play fast. They're just very well coached. I mean, that's one thing about Mike that I got to respect a lot. They coach very well. They don't make very many mistakes. They don't move the wrong way often. They don't do the wrong things often. And when you see guys flying around on film and making plays and and having a good time doing it, you kind of recognize a good football team, which is what I've been telling these guys. Like, if you want to be a good football team, the other teams got to turn the film on and see that. They got to see you flying around making plays. You got to see you not busting on plays. You're not doing things the wrong way, and you're having a good time doing it. So that's what you see out of Carl Albert.
Well, one of the things I saw that it was one of the interviews that Coach Mike Dunn was talking about is something that other teams don't do. Is he says, I have starters on my special teams on kickoffs and stuff. And he says a lot of other teams say, okay, well, we're going to put in this other player that, just so he can get some playing time, and then they're assaulted. It's either a return or, something else like that, a big bust.
One of the big things about that is that what kids don't realize is when they get to college, they're going to play special teams.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I was the middle person in the kickoff return before, you know what I mean? Like, I've done a lot of crazy things, but it's just you got to find a way to get on the field any way you can. So what Mike is doing, which what a good football coach would do, especially with those kids that are having a chance to go play the next level, is he's getting them prepared to do that. You know what I mean? Some guys don't prepare their kids to do that. So when they get to college, they're like, well, I've been there. Guys will be like, well, I don't play kickoff return. I'm not on the punt team.
Right.
So then they just sit down for 2.5 years and don't play. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Instead of getting on the field early. I mean, I remember one story, man. Sean Witherspoon got to Mizzou, and that dude stayed with me for a summer. He was the funniest dude ever. He could sing. He's just a funny dude. But he told me he's burning his red shirt to play kickoff team. I was like, dude, what? Because I didn't understand that at the time, you know what I mean? But he did. He burned his red shirt and played every special team. And let me tell you something, impact player. The guy blocked 3 punts. He had, I think he made almost every tackle on kickoff team. But, that transitioned himself into being a big All-Big 12 All-American, playing the NFL for 8 years, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, he was ready to do that immediately, but he did that when he was in high school. So, hats off to Mike and guys that do that. To put
Yeah, he
guys
said
on
Coach
there.
Rose instituted that. He said that's something that we've kept going there at Carl Albert. So, a big job in front of you. But it's been a good run. It's been a tale of two stories, and like you said, your own prophet. Saying that, hey, what you see on this field right now is not what you're going to see weeks 8, 9, and 10. This is week 8. Are you happy with where you said that statement that, you're kind of where you want to be for week 8?
Yeah, I mean, I think we, like I said, I don't have a microwave mind. You know what I mean? Some of these, this day and age, everybody want everything right now.
Right.
And I'm okay with putting mine in the oven for a little while, putting it on about 250 and let it cook a little bit.
Yeah.
So that's where we at.
Makes a good brisket.
Right. We're not done yet. We still getting better. We still got a long way to go as far as getting better. I told these guys we about a 5 out of 10 right now where we could be. So this is going to be a big step. We got to take 2 steps to go win this one. You know what I mean? So, the opportunity is there to be great. We'll see if we can take advantage of it.
All right. We got some players with us, so grab the microphone to give us your name, what grade you're in, and what position you are.
My name is Caleb Plata. I'm a senior and play right tackle.
So the senior season, how has it been? I mean, you Coach talked about how, boy, the fan base was getting really upset. You lose to Eisenhower, you lose to MacArthur, and then all of a sudden, you win 4 straight, and then you're turning some heads, and you win the game at Noble. What's that like to be a senior, to see the contrast between the two?
Senior season, I think it's really impacted me for this year since last year I played football. My freshman and sophomore year, I hadn't really played since I joined junior season. But ever since then, I've just been I've been gaining the ranks. And this year, I feel like us losing to Mac and Ike, I know everyone was hurt about it, but I think we needed that to get us motivated. And I think when we went to Noble and won that game, it just gave us some more motivation and momentum towards the next coming games. And I think our team has really showed that.
I think that kind of showed the switch for you guys. I mean, the confidence level that the Noble game was kind of back and forth. It was kind of going there, and you kind of had to prove yourselves, and you guys did that. Then you can walk off the field and say, okay, yeah, we trust in what Coach had for us, and we come out victorious for it. And so that's a turning point and a momentum starter. How would you still like to get better at tackle? How would you like to get better and improve at what you're doing?
Just work on my small things. I just feel like at practice I need to go harder and just work.
It's hard to go on practice because it's practice, right? But I'm telling you what, the greatest will put in everything they've got in practice so they can play the game on Friday. So, yeah,
that's
come a lot easier.
Of the senior season, so putting in more work and make it count.
What's your favorite food?
My favorite, it's not chicken strips.
Okay.
My personal favorite is between pasta or seafood.
Oh, okay, that's good. What did you have tonight over there?
Chicken quesadilla.
Chicken quesadillas. Yeah. All right, there's nothing wrong with that. What do you like to do when you're not playing football? Give us some of your hobbies.
When I'm not playing football, I guess I like playing my game, or I'll go in the off season. I'll go out to the field with my brother, or some of my teammates, and we'll go practice baseball in the off season.
Oh, you got a little baseball too. All right. And what is your road method of getting ready for practice? You're going to go to Carl Albert. So what do you do on the bus ride up there?
On the bus ride up there, I don't really talk to anyone. I kind of lock in. I put my headphones in and just. So
what's on your player? What are you listening to?
It's kind of a mix of everything. A little bit of old school music, new school music, 2000s. It's R&B.
Okay, that's what I was going to – no, we have to close our ears, Coach. What is old school music to you? Because his version of old school is going to be much different than yours.
Yeah.
What is your old school? What is old school for you?
Like 80s.
80s? That's
okay.
good. That is old school. That's good.
What did you listen to in the 80s? What did you listen to?
R&B. It's if it's R&B, it's New Edition or.
Oh, okay.
Okay. All right. He's speaking our language over here. All right. I'm an 80s connoisseur, so that's 70s and 80s. So I was curious because everybody defines generationally what is old, what's classic, those kind of things. All right. And what does it mean for you to be a Wolverine?
It means for me to be a Wolverine. I've been one since I was a freshman, and I feel like the tradition there is it's really genuine. Like the past 10 years, 10 years ago, Lawton High was competing with Bixby in the state championship.
Yeah.
So I just feel like like carrying that.
You were a youngster then. I feel like it was yesterday, and you said, "Oh, that was when I was in elementary." Growing up. Yeah, that's right. I mean, it was in 2014, which is 10 years ago. MacArthur had won their state championship for the first time, and Lawton High had the silver ball playing. Well, that was before Bixby really turned it on.
Right.
That game was really in sights for
that
him.
was the first year of the split, wasn't it?
Yeah. So it was an opportunity there. So, all right, we got another player next to you. Give us your name, what position, and what grade you're in.
My name's Seth Pewardy. I play D-end and tight end, and
Okay.
I'm a senior.
All right, so senior season, been a thrill. What's it like to have this guy around?
I feel like it's way better to have Coach Zoe.
Yeah.
He gives us more opportunities, and he has a great personality.
Well, what have you learned from him? You can learn X's and O's, but you can learn as an individual to be a better person. What do you take away from what he's tried to get to you as a message and a coaching point for you in life?
I mean, he's given us a lot of good stuff for life.
So you aren't going to turn down a special teams mode, are you?
No.
If you just heard that right now,
he ain't that guy. That's a dude.
Okay, that's good. That's good. I'd say so. If you say you're on special
and
teams,
the only reason why I say that because he's got a great birthday. His birthday is amazing.
Okay, so it must
October
be your
23rd is one of those days where
October 23rd,
where the greats are born.
That was my mom. My mom's birthday is October 23rd.
That's
what I'm saying. So it's great.
So my birthday is
happy
October
birthday,
23rd, and his birthday
happy
is October
birthday
23rd.
early
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
So what are you going to do for your birthday?
I don't know, to be honest.
Practice.
Outside of practice. I mean, is there a special meal that at home is made for your birthday?
Not really. We usually just go Texas Roadhouse.
Okay, Texas Roadhouse. Any special dessert? Is there a cake given or?
Nah.
What's your favorite birthday dessert?
Probably cake. It's just like chocolate cake.
Chocolate cake. All right. Did you have any requests for your birthday? Anything that you wanted for your birthday this year?
Not really.
Maybe a Lawton High win.
A win.
Yeah, win. Yeah, that'd be pretty good, huh? Gets Carl Albert, boy. You'd shake you turn a lot of heads with that.
Yeah.
Okay, and then what do you do on your free time when you're not playing?
I like to go fishing and playing my game.
What game is that?
Call of Duty and
Okay.
Madden.
Do you guys kind of team up online against each other? Who's the best on the team?
I don't know. But I'm better than most of them.
Most? Okay, so if you want to challenge him, he's up for it, right? Okay, so Call of Duty, you can sign him up. He'll be ready for you. What is your routine when you're on the bus for an away game?
Just plug in my headphones and.
Okay, so what's on your player?
Kodak Black.
Okay. Oh my goodness. It's all genres, so that's the way it is. All right, well, good luck to you guys on Friday going up to Carl Albert, and happy birthday! Any birthday thing for you? What's going to happen tomorrow for you?
Man, I'm gonna get up and be old, I guess, and be 40. So
40, the big 40.
Yeah.
Hey, you're in good company now. You joined what Coach Gundy was. He was a man when he was 40. Are you a man tomorrow?
Maybe that is what's going to happen. I'm going to wake up. I'm going to be a man.
You're going to be a man. You're 40. That's right.
No, my wife's birthday was last Tuesday.
Wow.
That's why I didn't come.
Oh, that's why you. Okay, well, I appreciate that, and so we appreciate you coming.
She was going to give me all kind of eyes.
Oh no, I understand it. There's a stink eye, and then there's that. We don't want that.
Couch for a little while.
Yeah, I got you. Well, happy birthday to Coach Joe. Happy birthday early. That's great. October 23rd. My mother, who passed in February. This will be my first birthday without her, but it was a great October 23rd. It's always locked in there for you guys. Yep. So good luck to you against Carl Albert.
Thank you.
And it's like an opportunity in front of you. And so we've got that game 6:30 for the pregame on both channels, the Carl Albert channel and the Lawton High channel on the Oklahoma Sports Network. We're going to close things out at La Grande Cantina. Boy, what a night it's been to wrap up with week 8 coming up here in the season right here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Craving delicious Mexican cuisine? Head to La Grande Cantina at the west entrance of Central Plaza. We're open late, serving up handcrafted drinks and authentic Mexican dishes. Enjoy daily happy hour from 6 p.m. until closing time. La Grande Cantina. We're the perfect spot for both lunch and dinner.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success. And finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. it's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed, because your success is our success.
All right, so we are at La Grande Cantina wrapping things up for the Coaches Show. We appreciate you so much on each and every Tuesday. For those who are on YouTube, subscribe to our YouTube channel. For those who are on Facebook, follow us there, like us there. That way you can find out what's next in store for us. 13 games in the network. 12 of them will be played on Friday, 1 Thursday. That's Eisenhower for senior night against Northwest Classen. Everybody else is on the slate of Friday games. 6:30 for pregame, 7 o'clock for kickoff. Download the app on Apple and Android devices. It's free to download, free to watch. Then we're on Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV. So La Grande Cantina, great space for you to have for birthdays, anniversaries, hail and farewells, and Christmas, all right here at La Grande Cantina. We're here each and every Tuesday at 6 o'clock. You can join us next Tuesday as well. You've been watching a presentation of the Oklahoma Sports Network.